Hey, we're back discussing area of composite figures, where we take a shape that doesn't have a single formula for it, and we break it apart into shapes that we can use formulas that we know. So these are all the formulas that we should be familiar with. The question is, how can I take a shape that looks like this and find the area that's inside? So one of the things that we discussed is there's two approaches here. One is the break apart and add. Break apart, then add. The other method we discussed is you can fill in and then subtract. So we'll see in this example we have lots of different options. So here's my original shape, and then I have some measurements around here. We'll say all these measurements are in inches. And let's proceed from here. So the 2 inches has to be this side right here. So one thing I could do is, if I was to take this shape and split it into here, what two shapes would I have? Well, I can see I would have one shape that's definitely almost looks like a square, and I suppose it is. If I look at the grid lines, I have that shape, but I also have this shape. And this shape here looks like a trapezoid, because this side and this side are parallel to each other, but these two sides are not. What's another way I could divide this up? Well, I could also split it this way. If I go this way, make a cut this way, then you can see now I have, here's one rectangle. Here's another rectangle. And then in this case, I also have a triangle. But there's still other ways you could divide it. We could actually divide it this way. I could split it here and here. And then there's the square I had before. That's one way I could see this. And now I have another rectangle here that's a slightly different rectangle. And once again, I have a trapezoid. What did I say trapezoid? I said triangle. Forgive me. I meant to say triangle. Let's deal with each of these. So I see that this whole side is 9, and this piece here is 5 inches. So I know this is 5 inches. And if I know this whole piece is 9 inches, from here to here is 5, because I just read that up. That makes this piece, the whole distance, 9 minus 5, or 4 inches. And I'm given this dimension, so I can see right here that this is going to be 5 times 5, or 25 inches squared. My trapezoid here, this one's going to be a little bit more complicated just because there's this B1 plus 1, B1 plus B2. And I know that this side's 5 because that carries over. And I know that this is 2 right here. So this side's going to be 5 minus 2, or this side's going to be 3. So for my trapezoid here, its area is going to be, I have to add my 2 bases and then multiplying by my height, so I have 5 plus 3. Now the height is going to be this direction, which is my 4. And then I have to divide the whole thing by 2. So when I do that, the area is going to be 5 plus 3 is 8 times 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so this turns into 8 times 2, or 16 inches squared. So I have 16 inches squared, and I have 25 inches squared, so 25 plus 16 is going to be 41 inches squared. Let's compare that with one of these others. So here I have 9 inches, and I know that this is 2 from my shape here. It makes this 2, and if this is 5, this piece right here is going to have to be 5 minus 2, that's going to wind up being 3 inches. So I know this yellow triangle is going to be 9 times 3 inches, or 27 inches squared. My pink triangle here, or pink rectangle, I have to bring down to my 5, is simply 2 times 5, or 10 inches squared. So I have 27 inches squared, I have 10 inches squared, and now I have my triangle. Remember, triangle, area for triangle is base times height divided by 2. So I have my base here, which is the same distance here as this side of this rectangle. So that makes that base 2, and I'll call this the height. If this is 5 and this is 9, this is going to have to be 9 minus 5, because from here to here, then all the way over, 9 minus 5 is going to make it 4. So that means I have 4 times 2, all divided by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 inches squared. So for this configuration, I have 27 inches squared plus 10 inches squared plus 4 inches squared. When I do that, 7 plus 4 is 11, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, 41 inches squared. So I get the same result as I did when I divided with the 2 shapes. I will leave this for you to do, and I'm going to talk about the other technique of filling in and subtracting. So in this case, if I fill in the shape, I have this one large rectangle, which is 9 inches. And on this side, it's 5 inches. So my whole large rectangle is 9 times 5, or 45 inches squared. My triangle is going to be the side here of 2. That carries over from this measurement. And then this side here is going to be 9 minus the 5. So my height is 4 inches squared. So my triangle, again, is going to be 2 inches times 4 inches, all divided by 2. That's going to give me the area of a triangle. 4 times 2 is 8, divided by 2 is equal to 4 inches squared. So I have to take that away. So 45 minus 4 is going to be 41 inches squared. Once again, I get the same value as I did when I broke it apart and added the pieces together. Hope this helps. Remember, though, you have to know these formulas so when you break your shapes apart, you know which tools to use to find the area of the shapes that you do recognize. Hope that helps.